Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Medieval Reader. So today I'm going to talk about books that I read when I want comfort, when I want to be able to move past some difficulties that I face. And this might surprise you because I am a literature student, because I am a graduate student, and people who follow my channel might think that I only read highly sophisticated literature, say Proust. But this isn't true at all. I love children's fantasy. And recently I've been reading the second book in the Harry Potter series, rereading it, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And I've kind of indicated on here that there have been some difficulties I've been having in the past few weeks, and it's been really necessary for me to get my mind off of what's going on. And I find that Harry Potter is wonderful. I think especially because there are characters in this book that match up with people I know in real life. Certainly they're caricatures, but there are people I know who are like Professor Lockhart. There are people I know who are like Professor McGonagall. By the way, Professor McGonagall would make a phenomenal advisor. She's tough, but she's also kind. She cares about her students, but she's not fluffy. She's not easy. She's someone who's tough and will really help you improve, but she's not nasty. She's not Snape. I mean, yes, I do feel for Snape. I always did, but his treatment of Harry is still not acceptable. And if I was Harry, I would certainly not want him to be my advisor. If Harry was in graduate school, like I would definitely not want Snape to be my advisor. So, these are the kind of things that I think about. I don't currently have an advisor. I'm just, this time around, I'm really focusing on the adults in this book, because I am surrounded by adults and not so much children anymore. It just seems very clear to me that Rowling wrote the professors based on actual teachers that she knew. She would study classics, so maybe classics professors, I don't know. But there's just something very real about these professors. Probably more so than the children, actually. But yeah, so I've been really enjoying this. I reread My Father's Dragon by Ruth Stiles Gannett. It was a childhood favorite of mine. When I was a kid and I couldn't sleep, I would read My Father's Dragon and the second and third books in the series, The Dragons of Blue Land and Elmer and the Dragon. This one I remember the least, but basically this is about a boy named Elmer. I don't know if we ever learn his name in the first book. He's just referred to as my father. So the narrator is talking about his father who runs away from home, and he wants to fly, and a cat tells him that there is a dragon who's chained up on this island. And if he rescues the dragon who's really mistreated, the dragon will surely allow him to fly on its back. It's a baby dragon who is essentially enslaved by the gorilla and used for transportation. And so Elmer goes to free this dragon, and along the way, he has to outwit a number of unpleasant animals. It's a really simple storyline. It's certainly not very realistic, but again, it's children's fantasy. The illustration is what's just so phenomenal. I mean, look at this spread. Isn't that amazing? These one page. And then sometimes you'll have just a little bit at the bottom. So anyway, this was phenomenal. So I really, really loved rereading this book. It definitely is dated in some ways. For example, in the first chapter, the mother beats the son. I think it says, what is the words? It says, she whipped my father. That's the father's mother whips the father because he brings a cat home. And, so certainly some of this stuff is dated. Parents shouldn't be beating their children. But if you are fine with that, this is wonderful. And I really enjoyed reading it, so there's that. And then there's a few other books I haven't gotten to yet, but I just wanted to show them because this is the stuff that I get excited about. So here's Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funke. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she's the author of Inkheart, which I've never read. It's actually the first of a trilogy. So I want to read her standalone. I haven't read either this one or the next one, Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne-Jones. This, I think, is almost a classic now. So I want to read both, and I just wanted something fun and light and escapist. There is value in escapism. There really is. And, you know, I don't think these books are poorly written at all. They might not be written for adults, but they are written by adults. So good children's authors tend to include messages that are relevant to adults in some way. And also, I need a break sometimes. It's like watching Netflix. And I've been experiencing a lot, like I said, I've been experiencing a lot of unpleasant things. And reading children's fantasy has been incredibly comforting. I live by myself. I live away from my family, from my, you know, friends that I've had for years. It's hard. It's hard to be on your own and then to have to deal with certain things. But books can be very comforting. And I just want to say that even though I enjoy reading difficult literature, I think that escapist literature has its place, that it can be incredibly valuable, that it can be incredibly encouraging. I mean, just reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets right now, it was perfect. The adults in this book, I know people. I know people like them. Anyway, let me know what you like to turn to for comfort, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.